So welcome back to This Week in Trailers. It's been a long time since the last one, mainly because of, technical issues and me tending to forget, oh, I should curate all the trailers this week. This week is going to make up for it. We have over 60 trailers to watch, and this week is, there's some pretty big announcements that happened this week too, including the announcement of the Indiana Jones game that is being made by the Wolfenstein dudes, Machine Games. And if there's anyone that can portray a Nazi getting his ass kicked or dying better enough, it's Machine Games. They know how to make killing Nazis feel so satisfying. And so I think it's in good hands. But I haven't watched the trailer yet, so we're going to try and work our way to that. The first trailer that's going to kick off this week is going to be Smite 2 official announcement trailer.
Woke up this morning, feeling reborn.
Is this already going to copyright claim us? I have a feeling that it's going to be. Thanks, Smite. That is going to mute the VOD, so this section of the, it's probably gonna mute it. I've never played Smite. It's another MOBA. It's like a third-person MOBA. Other than Dota 2, there hasn't been a second installation of a MOBA. We're waiting for League of Legends 2 to eventually be released one day. Now that there's a Smite 2, Dota 2 has been out for almost, a decade? Yeah, that's Smite 2. I wonder how the Smite community feels. Are they excited? Are they, torn? I don't know. Hidden Through Time 2 Myths and Magic. This looks like Where's Waldo but with items. This looks chill and wholesome. I could dig it. I mean, you have to find some really small items. Kitty cat. Oh, you can make your own. Okay. So most likely if people are making their own, find hidden object areas, that's gonna be, I can see some cruel ones. It's like, oh yeah, try and find an apple in all this grass. Good luck. That looks cute. I could play it. It would be one of those things I would probably either play on the phone or I'd play on the Switch. Just to pass some time and chill out and zen. Last Time I Saw You, official gameplay. Should probably start making notes of which games I'm excited for, or at least caught my eye. Shiba Inu. Is this based in Japan? It kind of reminds me of Into the Woods. Why did that remind me of Into the Woods? Instead of hitting baseballs into the woods, they were hitting fluorescent lights. One of those girls was dressed as what was it like they were dressed as a Attack on Titan character? I don't know if anyone else noticed that. Oh, Lady of the Spring? Hot Spring? Dealing with Japanese lore. Cute art style. Interesting. He's blushing. Last time I saw you, I might actually write that one up. That one looks interesting. Alright, next one is Maricia of Lairtop. Oh, okay. Yeah, Maricia of Lairtop Mountain. I had to make sure I was pronouncing the name correctly. I might still be butchering. I'm once again bad with names. It's like a tabletop dungeon crawler kind of game. Another Japanese theme. So interesting. Your character's tabletop. Enemies are paper cutouts. That's an interesting way of developing an RPG. Didn't quite cut my eye, but is unique. It's definitely different. So this is called Ultros. Oh, is this the psychedelic game? Oh, is this fucking game? No, I'll put it on the list. Trying to make myself little side notes of each game. Yeah, this was like a DMT trip. This is like, it's a Metrovania with an extremely unique art style. Oh, it's an eye. I thought it was a mouth. It was so low. I was like, oh, it's just sleeping. It's a sleeping moon with an eye. A giant fucking eye. Sail forth, Maelstrom. Oh, don't go in that. Usually when a ship gets caught in that, you're screwed. Is it giving me Dredge vibes? It's giving me some Dredge vibes. Wait, January 11th? Isn't that like... Oh, it's already out. It came out 8 days ago. Wonder how that game's doing. That didn't really show a lot of what this game was about. Wonder if there's some gameplay trailers. Yeah, that game's out apparently. Eight days ago. Oh, what is this game? The Transylvania Adventures of Simon Quest. Oh yeah, this is I think a re-release of, well, the older game. Yeah, this looks like a Castlevania game. Or, in a way, you know, Castlevania, but can't use Castlevania unless you're working with Konami. Excuse me. Hit the doggo! If you're into your old school games, this looks pretty fucking solid. Everything looks nice. Oh, giant crab. Traditional, like, big ass bosses. First, I thought he was wearing a baseball cap, but I think it's just a wrap on his head. Because they made it look like a baseball cap. Jack Holmes, Master of Puppets. Let's see if this one catches my eye. Jack has a new job. Oh, what the fuck? It's a morgue? It's a first-person shooter. The fuck? It looks a little wonky though. The gunplay doesn't look too good. The shit? Yeah, the gunplay could be worked on a little bit more. The guns don't quite look right, don't sound right. See, one thing that can make you or break you, especially when it comes to a game that has guns in their game, make your guns feel good. This doesn't look like the guns feel good. So it's a theme park with a morgue? There's mini games to play too. Okay, it's one of those really wacky, strange games. Ah, I see they threw in some Squid Games in their game. All right, Kusan, City of Wolves. Oh. Giving me some Hotline Miami vibes. Not the same art style. That is the same type of art style, the top-down view anyway. So it's a Fable. Same thing as Black Sad. If anyone's familiar with Black Sad. Come on. Oh, it's fucking Hotline Miami. And I fucking love Hotline Miami. Is it as fatal as Hotline Miami? And can you die in one hit? I think you probably could. So what is it? Kusan, City of Wolves? That kind of caught my eye. It was like a Fable Hotline Miami. That's pretty much how I put it. Alright. Alright, there's your title. Don't have to say it. It's a shmup. When it comes to a shmup, I'm listening to the sound effects too, because some of these shmups they're kind of meant to be played for a very long time, and the sounds seem a little meh. Seem a little tamed. The game, I don't know, the game's art style looks clean, but it's just not really catching my eye. I do love my Shmups though. Shmups. Alright, Warhammer 40k Inquisitor. Apparently this is a official seasonal... yeah, this is for the Inquisitor. The official seasonal journey announcement trailer. I guess they're doing seasonal stuff for this game now? Which this is going to be one of the first Warhammer 40k games I'm coming back to. Or, well, coming back to Warhammer 40k when it comes to video games. The last Warhammer 40k game we played on the stream was Warhammer Space Marine, which I fucking love that game. But I wouldn't mind seeing what an ARPG Warhammer feels like. So I've heard this is probably one of the best Warhammer 40k action RPGs. So I'll be checking it out probably real soon. All seasons. So wait, are they just compiling? Are they just making like, just making all the seasons and jamming it in a, you know, to where you can play all the content? So I don't know if they're gonna show it, but it's Fadia 1 and 2. I'm guessing this is a re-release for these games. Got your traditional RPG mechanics and movements. Which, when did these games originally released? It's most likely, I'm assuming this is a re-release slash remastering, kind of like touching up the pixels, upscaling resolution, cleaning up audio, stuff like that.
The tale you are has never
This is
been
Pokemon Scarlet and Violet,
the
the hidden treasures of Area Zero. And I'll shut up so you guys can hear it.
Long, long ago, in a faraway land, there lived an old man and an old woman. Having no children of their own, they instead cared for a small, timid Pokemon named Pecharunt, and they loved it dearly. Pecharunt, seeking more of their affection, used the poison in its body to fashion special mochi, binding mochi, which it served to them. The couple
Doesn't
was
sound good.
immediately enthralled by the flavor of these delectable
Oh, they've been bewitched.
or rather, put under the thrall of Pecharunt. These binding mochi seemed to draw out the greed of anyone who ate them.
Oh no.
Before long, the couple began hounding Pecharunt with requests for this, that, and every other little thing. They'll love me even more if I grant their wishes, it thought.
So if it
used
started
more
stealing?
mochi to tame a Pokemon and had it deliver the gifts to the couple the next morning. Thus
Oh.
did their love for Pecharunt grow and grow. Then, one day, the old couple requested something peculiar. A brilliant set of masks which were rumored to exist in the land of Kitakami. Pecharunt, who had long grown tired of the same old requests, set off excitedly for the land of Kitakami, eager to retrieve the masks and grant the couple's wish. Every adventurer needs companions. So Pecharunt left the village with Okidoki, the retainer it had tamed with the power of its poison. But one companion wasn't enough. On the road, the two met Monkey Dory. This Pokemon had the power to see into the near future. It simply had to be made a retainer. Yet Pecharunt still worried, so it found a third companion, Pheasantipity, which could expel mesmerizing pheromones. Only then did Petulant feel
Is a
safe.
new Pokemon?
Thus did their journey finally begin. They crossed fields, mountains, and seas until Petulant and its retainers arrived in the land of Kitakami. Amid the sound of festive drums and flutes, standing amongst the merry revelers, they saw two figures donning glittering masks, Ogerpon and its human partner. Petulant proceeded with caution. First, it had Monkey Dory track down where the two lived. Then, while Ogerpon and the man were away, it had Okidogi and Pheasantipity sneak into the den to quietly steal the masks.
There's more than two.
Just as they were about to return to Petulant, the man appeared. He rushed at the intruders, who had no choice but to fight back. But the man could only muster the strength to protect a single mask. And the thieving Pokémon made off with the remaining 3 in hand. At last, the glittering masks belonged to Petulant. Now they'll love me even more, it thought. But its joy was fleeting. For the enraged Ogerpon was upon them. Panicked, Petulant ordered its retainers to stand in its defense. Pheasantipity deployed its beguiling pheromones. Monkey Dory used its foresight to predict Ogerpon's attacks. And Okidogi tried to finish the fight with its raw might. But none of them could stop Ogerpon's terrifying advance. As Ogerpon drew near, Petulant trembled. It knew its fate was sealed. The masks, its companions, its happy life, Petulant had lost them all. As it was sent careening through the air, it mustered the last of its strength to withdraw into its shell. On and on it rolled, until it finally came to a rest, somewhere in the forest. Perhaps it rests there still, waiting to be awakened, so it can finally grant the old couple's wish.
So they're setting up the story for the new DLC. Here's the, I think some gameplay of the actual stuff. The actual DLC of Area Zero. I think it's just mainly showing off this Pokemon. And of course, some new ones too. Assumingly. Oh, it's available now. Epilogue release celebration. There's your password and all that too. Alright, so that's more Pokemon stuff. Knights of Greyfang. I'm gonna see if I read that correctly. Yep, Greyfang. Knights of Greyfang. Grey with an A. It's always funny when you see a character with glasses and this kind of like somewhat timeline. It's like it's kind of medieval-esque, but wait, is it a puzzle game? RPG puzzle? It's an RPG, but it has puzzle elements. Witch Rise. Like a boomer shooter, but E for everyone? Is that what I'm seeing? Yeah, it's like a boomer shooter, but it's not super violent. It's weird. Yeah, inspired by FPS. Oh, you don't have a lot of health. You don't want to get hit a lot. It looks like you level up in the game. Yeah, it looks like the average health is around 11. And average magic is around 11 too. Alright, so, well, there's like an old school-esque RPG that's rated E for everyone. This game is Vertigo 2. This is the PSVR game. It's a must play. So they're showing the good scores. I love it when there's accolades that actually show some of the bad scores too, though. But this game was boring. Oh, it's the game I'm hearing. I thought there was someone outside my our house. I was like, oh, it's in the game. I'm hearing voices like, what the fuck? Oh yeah, apparently Slender, the Arrival of VR. I mean, it's coming to VR apparently. That's an older game, isn't it? Came out for like PS3, PC, Xbox 360. Where did that game come out? Ascendant Infinity.
Life can't get much better.
Oh, yeah. It's an 80s sitcom opening for the game.
Just how we played it. But every now and again there's a bump in the
It's one of these kind of trailers.
but somehow we manage. We'll take on anything together, no matter the size of the endeavor, and we'll pull through. We always do. Things are bound to get better. We will fly. We will soar in the moment.
Jesus. Gets shot right in the head.
Some will win, some will lose.
I see what they're trying to do here. Some of it's hit and some of it's miss.
Through the eye of the storm with all the wind and rain, we won't look back, yeah, we'll break the chains. We'll make it,
So,
keep moving.
it's a multiplayer game, from what I know. Is it an extraction shooter?
Nothing to it. We'll get through it.
Because I see PvP, I see PvE. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck this game is. It doesn't help that it's like an 80s theme trailer. Closed beta. There you go. Want to join the closed beta for wherever that is. Frostpunk 2. This is official gameplay. This will probably be the last time I'll actually look at Frostpunk 2 before it releases.
Honorable Steward.
Steward! Steward?
Oh, mighty Steward. Do you hear us, Steward?
Do you hear us?
Steward, are you listening? Steward? The great storm wiped the world clean.
Let's take it back.
But how?
The steward'll choose our path.
Steward, build us a better home.
A home for everyone!
That sounds like communism.
We still lack so many things.
People, are starving.
More people, more mouths to feed.
They treat us like animals, left to suffocate.
We need a place to work.
Who else will feed our families?
Stuart, this squalor will kill her. Where are the homes you've promised?
Can we all receive equal rations?
Hospitals are not a place for experiments. Free education for our children.
Secure and stable growth. City for the citizens!
Stuart, hear your people.
We want a say in how we run
God, it gives me anxiety.
The game of tyranny must end it.
Our delegates will make sure of that.
Let them vote.
Yes! Vote!
Stuart!
Do you hear us? Stuart! What about us?
What?
Impossible.
Stuart?
Wasn't that the majority? 38 out of 51?
The city. The city was not.
Guess the majority doesn't really matter. Yeah, 38 out of 51. That's the majority. Why was it rejected? Unless that was a vote against the law. I'm guessing that was a vote against the law. Foam Stars official release date trailer. And first time I saw this game, I was not impressed. It's just Splatoon, but with foam. I mean, look at it. It's fucking Splatoon. After playing 2 Splatoons in a row, because I didn't play the 3rd Splatoon, I was pretty much done with the formula. I don't think this game is going to change that. I'm sure this game's probably going to be fun and everything like that, but it's looking a little wonky for me. It's just another multiplayer game I'm just gonna avoid. So it's in February.
Star party.
Yeah, the art style is just like, nah. It's not, yeah. It's not catching my eye. Gameplay's not catching my eye. Looks solid, but it's like meh. Last of Us Part 2, that is officially out now for the remastering. Comes out with a new mode and everything too. I think it'll show it in this trailer too, because this is like features and all that.
Hi, I'm Matthew Gallant, and I'm the game director for The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, which is the best way to experience Ellie and Abby's incredible story. This remaster runs natively on the PlayStation 5 console, taking full advantage of the powerful hardware and the revolutionary DualSense wireless controller. But there's so much more in this game that we're excited to share. For starters, The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered includes the Lost Levels.
Additional context,
Pull back the
signs
curtain
of
on the
infection.
game-making process, presenting them in their raw and unfinished state. These levels feature developer commentary that tell the story of their creation.
Oh, cool.
And why they were ultimately cut. For a further look behind the scenes, we've recorded hours of new cinematic commentary featuring Troy Baker, Ashley Johnson, Laura Bailey, Shannon Woodward, Hallie Gross, and Neil Druckmann.
There's so much happening there with almost no dialogue.
We've greatly expanded the guitar minigame featured in the campaign via a new mode, Guitar Freeplay. You'll be able to swap between locations and characters, including Ellie, Joel, and the maestro himself, Gustavo Santaolalla.
The composer.
We've even recorded several new instruments for players to unlock, such as the banjo and steel resonator. We can't wait to unleash the community's creativity with this feature-rich mode.
Rare to see a lot of YouTube shorts and TikToks about that.
Immersion through the DualSense controller's haptics and adaptive triggers. You'll feel the tension in the bow as you draw back an arrow, and the kick of a shotgun. You'll feel the quiet moments too, walking in the Seattle rain or playing fetch with Bear.
Aw, poor bear.
The Last of Us Part 2 broke new ground for
Poor
accessibility.
dogs.
And we're thrilled to bring over new features that debuted in The Last of Us Part 1 remake for the PlayStation 5, such as audio descriptions for cinematics and speech to vibrations. We're also thrilled to introduce No Return, a brand new single-player roguelike survival mode. Begin your run by choosing one of 10 playable characters, including many fan favorites who were not previously playable.
It's like Mercenaries, but for
playstyle,
Last of
traits,
Us.
and starting inventory. Face off against randomized encounters with remixed levels, enemy factions, game modes, and random gameplay modes.
Mercenaries was pretty much
Death
for
is
Red.
permanent, but there's always a new randomized run waiting.
Was a horde
To
mode.
top it off, there are new character skins, weapon skins, photo mode improvements, and speedrun mode.
Awesome. Guess I'm gonna have to do some photo mode in this game.
Is the best way to experience this beloved game on PlayStation 5. And whether you're a returning fan or a newcomer, we're excited to share this journey with you.
I've been meaning to go back to it eventually. I kind of want to get the first remastering of, or the part 1 of Last of Us, so I can especially. Oh yeah, this is a release date finally for Stalker 2. We finally get a fucking date for this game. What's the day? September 5th. Sweet. That means I need to finish Metro Exodus before then. Oh, this game is called Project Downfall. Interrupted my game. Another like boomer shooter. Don't mind it. I love them. Prisoner Architect 2. So that's a new art style. It's going into the 3D realm. I never played the first one, but I know a lot of people love the first game. How long has it been since the first game came out? Oh, this looks good. Art style is very clean. And all right. I wonder how the fans feel about this game, especially going into this type of art direction instead of its kind of its cutout direction. The Legend of Steel Empire. Oh, very short trailer. Nintendo eShop. There you go. There you go. Helldivers 2. Apparently a lot of people are getting excited about this game. I played the first one with Laura. It's hard, but it's fun.
Safe with the lives of our heroes, protecting freedom from tyranny with the gentle touch of an iron fist. But liberty's enemies march ever closer. Together, we must take back control of freedom.
Together for managed democracy.
Together for victory.
Together for
I'm doing my part.
Together for liberty.
Together, they fight for freedom.
It's such a
Will you?
It's so inspired by Starship Troopers, though. It's like a weird mixture of Starship Troopers and Destiny. The art style, at least style of, you know, they're wearing capes, and stuff like that, but there's
to protect your future.
the humor of Starship Troopers. Once again, it still looks hard.
Peace with the ultimate weaponry.
I have a feeling this game's impossible to play by yourself, though. You gotta have at least probably 4 people with you.
A legend.
It looks like a 4-player co-op. And the first one I think was 4-player co-op, but you can play with like 2 people minimum. So yeah.
Join the Helldivers, the galaxy's last line of offense.
It looks really good. I just wish I had people to play with. I would play it. I wrote it down on the list because I'm excited for it. It's just, I'm not gonna be able to play it. Oh yeah, this is a new update for Cult of the Lamb. It's the official Sins of the Flesh update. This game was so fucking addictive, and it was so good. Yeah, the year it came out was probably considered one of my favorite games. Favorite indie game of that year. Yeah, I think they added guns into the game. You can break up fights and stuff. Yeah, they have mating now. Mating and breeding. New Sin collection. New mating and breeding. Buy a tent just for that. Oh. Musical stuff. Special poopy. So yeah, more to do in Cult of the Lamb. If you haven't played this game yet, why are you not? It's a really good game. Sinful Pack. I wonder if that's a free DLC. I think they said it was, but I'm not sure. Oh yeah, this is a new horror game based off of pretty much zoology. Zoocosis? Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Zoocosis. That's fucking horrible. Yeah, I'm gonna write this game down. It's like a horror zoo game.
You're a night zookeeper. The job is not difficult. You have nothing to worry about.
Now I'll talk about all these games that are catching my attention afterwards. Is that a human? Oh, this is fucked. Oh, that's really fucked up. Where did the kangaroo go? Oh. Hi. Yeah, it looks weird. Looks interesting. Very different. Wake Runners. Another PvP game. Top-down action game. PvP. Battles await. Coming soon. No date though. We got another PvP game. Alright, next game on the list, Dev Hell. So I wonder what this is about. It's like development for games? Yep, that's the game title. You have to put the, type it like that. I like the code. Makes one of us. Oh, is this actually teaching you, like, fundamentals of coding? Code now. I wonder if you have to work in a very toxic environment. Development complete. Oh, do you have to like invest in yourself? Yeah, it looks like there's investment, like little subterranes on the right of me. Classified eyes only. Hey, don't touch that. Uh-oh. Oh shit. I guess if you don't write a good enough code, man, you're fucking dead. So it's kind of like a card game. You know, it's like not having an actual job is hard enough. This is Harm Weather Warfare. See how this game is.
Does anyone hear me? We're trapped here. This place has gone crazy.
Oh, yeah, he's dead.
The weather freaked out. It's hard to survive.
Has that building of kind of like any survival game. So it's a survival game.
Protect my daughter.
I gotta protect my daughter. Yeah, it's a survival game. Load up that Bam! Didn't expect the Spanish Inquisition. Yeah, you're not killing that fucking bear with that. Yeah, seems like your typical survival game. I'll pass. Some people might like it, especially with the whole, anomalies. So it's kind of like Stalker, but, survival game. I had a feeling it was like a little bit of Stalker, a little bit of survival game, stuff like that. There's another, there's the whole winter survival game too. Lunar Lander Beyond. Yeah, that one didn't make the list. Oh, this is an Atari published game.
Captain, I would like to brief you personally. Our next mission is a bit
Oh, is this a take on their old school arcade game, Lunar Lander? Is that what they're doing?
Its discovery was never made public, but scientists have been studying it since then.
I am detecting a massive electromagnetic surge.
Some of you guys that grew up in the 80s might actually be interested in this.
The base might collapse any moment now!
Oh, it's straight up Lunar Lander.
With thousands of pending evacuation requests.
This with a story and all that.
Our next mission might not.
I played a shit ton of Lunar Lander back in the day.
There's a pilot down there. They're signaling us.
We need to leave now.
We're ready to launch when you give the order.
Yeah, it's Lunar Lander with a story. That's very interesting. Don't land too hard, Manic Mechanic.
We'll do whatever it takes to keep our tires burning rubber.
It's a multiplayer chaos game.
Hectic for a grease monkey like me.
Legit grease monkey.
Good thing I can always call a few pals over to grab a wrench and lend a hand.
Couch co-op, cool.
With some teamwork and coordination, we'll get this garage running like a well-oiled machine.
I wonder if it's time-based or do you have... It looks like it's time-based.
Once the grease starts a-flying, there's nothing like a little friendly competition.
Everyone's played Overcooked. It's Overcooked, but you're running a mechanic shop.
Think
you're
you
racing.
Got what it takes to call yourself a manic mechanic?
Manic mechanic.
Drop on by the shop and show us what you got.
There's so many games like Overcooked now. It's crazy what Overcooked did for the video game community. It's not a problem, but at the same time, there's a lot of people that are just straight up stealing those ideas and not really doing anything new with them. That game seems to be doing something different though. Oh yeah, this game is called Citadelum. Looks like a city manager kind of thing. You like your city builders. Looks like it's based in ancient Greece. Oh, it's not just a city builder. It looks like it's a little bit of it's like it ties in two different city genres. Civilization. Well, it's probably not hexagonal though. Oh. Okay, so the army fights and all that are... Okay. Oh, can the gods intervene? Very interesting. I wonder if that was an older game, but they remastered it or remade it, or this is a totally new IP. It looks cool. It looks cool. It looks interesting. Oh yeah, Mario versus Donkey Kong. I might put this on the list depending on what type of game it is.
Bananas.
Ooh, banana.
It talks, it says, each one comes in its own crystal ball. Collect one, collect them all. Be the first one on your block to own the amazing new mini Mario toy. Hurry before they're all sold out. Hurry, buy one, buy them all.
Does Mario get the money? Who's selling these? Is Luigi selling them? I wonder where Donkey Kong's living in this game. Sold out. Mario Toy Company. Yeah, it has Mario's name on it. So wait, he has a toy company? Oh, I kind of wondering if this game is kind of like Lemmings. If anyone's played the old school Lemmings game. I wonder if this game is like that.
Hey! Hey! Wait!
You're hurting my bottom line. Yeah, I think it's a Lemmings game. You have to get to the toys and to a certain destination without any of them like getting destroyed. Magic Chaos. What's up with the movement? So it's a PvP kind of game. Yeah, I'll pass. Boxes, lost fragments. What is this? Is this like an item puzzle game? You have to kind of like figure out the puzzle of the item. There's like puzzles within puzzles within puzzles. It almost gives me this like Mystic kind of vibe. Yeah, it's a puzzle game. Straight up puzzles. Okay. Yeah. I like your puzzle games. Looks solid. I'm guessing it just unlocks more puzzles. A puzzle to reach another puzzle. And another. You gotta get the Trojan horse through the gates. Oh. Yeah, looks like a puzzle game. Straight up puzzle game. Oh, Plants vs. Zombie 3 apparently is a thing. Remember when they released Plants vs. Zombie 2 and they fucked it up with microtransactions and stuff like that? And no one liked it? Hopefully this is more along the lines of Plants vs. Zombies, the original? They don't have the same art style though. I think it's going to come down to gameplay and mechanics. I'm trying to look at their UI to see if there's microtransactions. I don't know if it does. It looks solid, but oh fuck. Yeah, it's gonna have microtransactions. If it's just gonna be like iOS only and all that, fuck that. Yeah, I'm not putting that on my list. Devil Inside Us, Roots of Evil.
Only the mangled body of her own son.
Quiet.
That simple house.
I can't jack up the audio.
In the middle of nowhere. How I wish.
Ooh, what's up with the frame rate?
Misunderstanding.
Follow your visions. Purge thy evil. Christ compels you. I'll probably skip. It's definitely not selling me. Christ does not compel this game. January 25th, though. Oh, yeah. Last trailer for Tekken 8.
The King of Iron Fist Tournament の開催を宣言する。ただし、力を示せぬ弱者は国ごと消えてもらうことになる。
We must seek Jin Kazama.
The battle to decide the ranks of the new world begins now!
I was born for this. You look like bait in the mix, I get a load of this. You ain't posing no threat, and now it's obvious. After rocking the gold, I'm not anonymous.
The fighters will battle for personal glory and the fate of their countries.
I'll give Kazuya a nice smack in the face!
これで全てのピースが揃った。
託された希望、決して無駄にはしない。
I played the demo of this game and it's pretty fucking solid.
人類よ、戦いに教本しろ。
Yeah, it's quite January 26th, so it's not gonna be quite out just quite yet. Garden Life, a cozy simulator. I might actually put this on the list. talk about this one too. I like these little simulator games. You guys know me by now. If a simulator game looks at least somewhat decent, I'm probably gonna play it. And there hasn't been a lot of simulator games where you can practice your green thumb. So it's gonna be on Nintendo Switch. This game is called Starward Rogue.
Impressive resume, but I have seen better. The Megalith, an exotic and sunny work environment. Your job is to get me out.
Frame rate?
Train your equipment and weapons on site.
Gameplay frame rate looks okay. It's just the trailer frame rate. It's a little weird. Parts of the trailer. I don't know, the way the game looks...
Fight your way through the defenses, but don't fret about death.
Doesn't quite intrigue me.
It's only one head in your mech, and your heads grow back. My name is Rodney, and I've been waiting a long time.
Just missed my list. Didn't really win me over. That's gonna be coming out 3 days before Tekken. Oh yeah, this is Turnip Boy Robs a Bank. That's already out on Game Pass and out for anything else that's currently out for. I will be doing a peek play of this game pretty soon. I think next week I'll try and record some peek plays. There's at least 3 games so far I am having to do peek plays for. This is one of them. Gotta see how wacky this game is. Looks like it has a cutesy sense of humor. Kind of reminds me, it has a little bit of that Enter the Gungeon like gameplay, which I love. Anyone's played Enter the Gungeon? Oh yes, fucking addictive, super hard game. But this one doesn't seem like to be like a roguelike or anything like that. It just seems to be a straight up like action adventure. Morbid. So yeah, this is Morbid Lords of Ire. I think we've seen a trailer before this before. It seems to go a little bit more in depth.
The second advent of the great corruptors has begun. The 5 factions have fallen, and a new order.
Oh yeah,
its reign.
The trailer dude doesn't sound too great. The game looks okay. The presentation, not quite there.
Bloodshed. Adhere to your sacred duty once more.
Mammoth.
Slay the acolytes.
Some of the creature designs are cool looking.
And rend their flesh. For all our sake.
Yeah, the presentation of this game is probably gonna hurt it quite a bit. But depending on how this game does when it comes to the gameplay, pacing of the game and all that, it could probably have a cult following. We'll see when it comes out though. You can play the demo, which if the demo's out for everything, probably check it out too. Armor Attack! See if this game's any good. I love me some mech games.
Okay, on base, standing by.
Target in sight, engaging. Tanks at the ready. Deploying turret.
Tanks with shields? Whoa.
Ceasefire! Ceasefire!
Alpha, seize fire. Got intel. Change your weapons to missiles.
Damn, there's
shields.
I'm trapped!
Annihilate them.
Alpha, it's getting hot in here. Abort mission now. Abort mission!
Gotta see more of the game before. Is that? It's gonna be on mobile devices too. Is it a mobile game? Crown Wars: The Black Prince.
Wages on. Lead our forces into battle and save the realm. Our melee fighters will be our first line of defense. Crusaders, soldiers with towering strength. They attack with power, but with discipline, and can taunt their enemies to gain an advantage. They can unleash holy retribution against multiple enemies.
Can attack two at once.
Their sense of sacrifice increases their power if the end is near. Duelists, the most versatile fighters. They switch weapons at will to exploit their enemies' weaknesses. They deal massive critical hit damage by attacking targets from behind with their executioner skill.
Kind of like a rogue / warrior.
Primal forces.
Ah.
Or bear will fight.
Fuck yeah, bear.
Coordinated attacks on enemy soldiers. They can also summon a crow storm.
What?
The eyes of enemy troops.
Oh, it doesn't hurt people.
Darkness with sword and wit.
Interesting. Atlas wept.
Don't you want to be normal?
It's giving me like Mother vibes, but it looks like it had some gameplay of like.
Why not just smile? Why cling to what makes life difficult? We will make you happy. We will free you of your desire. We will remove from you the burden of want.
A little bit of Mother vibes.
We will return you both safely from where you came. You will wake up, though all was but a dream. Free from the knowledge of one another. Relieved of the weight of your journey. Little Icarus, why must you insist on trying to fly? The higher that you climb, the further that you will fall.
Definitely has some Toby Fox vibes too. Yeah, that's like straight. There's some straight up. Yeah, and then there's It's a mixture of like games like Deltarune and everything with Mother.
This is bigger than you.
Where's Mother 3?
Bigger than your pain.
Nintendo, where's Mother 3?
Your wonder. We will remove from you the burden of sight. We will make you clean again. Without eyes, you will no longer need to fear the darkness. You will never be corrupted by the abyss. We will save you from yourselves. Allow us to relieve you from the burden of love. You need only to smile.
Looks like it has a pretty dark story too. Just like any of those games that I've mentioned. Whimsical, dark, sad, depressing, love, sadness. Oh yeah, I already said that. Love, hatred. There's probably some hatred in the game. It probably covers everything. Watch, it just ends up to be this is the ending of the story is kind of like Devilman Crybaby, where the well, I'm not gonna say it, but yeah, if anyone knows the story. Dark Atlas Infernum.
We are not a cult, you yell to the world, while the world was riding the flame.
Eclipse.
We are not heresiarchs, you soar to the cameras, playing in silence all the answers.
Is that a turret, or is that a...
I don't have what you need. You whispered in my cell before the lights went out. But I don't believe you.
Yeah, big, tall, lanky dude.
Wake up, little moth.
Yeah. Nope, not that. Not vibing with it. Harry Nightmare. Oh, is combat based on just parrying alone? So if you're very good at parrying attacks in video games, like Sekiro, for instance. Huh. Very unique. I would have to see another trailer for it. Acolyte of the Altar. I think that's what it is. Yeah, Acolyte of the Altar. It's a card-based game. So cut, measure, and the fates. You attack the main one. Okay. So there's another card-based game. March 25th. Wait a minute. Okay. I guess there's one more trailer for Last of Us. I just added it, I guess. Just in case you're not sold on it yet, I put in one more trailer for Last of Us Part 2 Remastered. Mainly just to kind of look at it.
Holy shit, Joel.
So I can upgrade it for $10. Which I think Laura and I are probably going to do. We'll probably upgrade the version we have to a
you gotta see this.
The remastered version.
Dad? Careful.
See? I've got my little girl to keep me safe.
Come on, baby girl. I got you.
Is it? Dad!
Abby, I want what you want.
Joel Miller.
But not at any cost.
You remember me? Yeah. You remember me. I have to finish it.
I really hope you make it.
Dina, watch out! We don't let anybody stop us. Come out and fight! You should have
I do need to replay it. I actually platinumed this too, so yeah, it was very hard to platinum the first one. That's why I never platinumed the first one. You could probably platinum the remake a little bit easier.
Introducing.
But the second one was thing. Oh, there you go. Crumbling.
Toy monster. Get ready to unleash the power of your favorite.
Another VR game.
Choose your crumbling.
Is this PS2 VR? No, it's just VR.
Wield it like an action figure through diorama.
Oculus and all that.
Crumbling is not your average VR game. It's a fast-paced hack and slash extravaganza. Unwrap your crumbling and let the magic begin.
It's E for everyone, I'm assuming.
These monsters won't go down without a fight.
Looks like it. E for everyone.
Crumbling. Play now. Available wherever VR games are sold. Headsets sold separately. Don't forget to charge your batteries.
Not PSVR 2, because I didn't see it on the list. Hellblade 2 Senua's Saga. Not Sacrifice. That was the first game. Ninja House, or also called Ninja Theory. I'm excited for this game.
Hi, I'm Don Matthews, studio head here at Ninja Theory in Cambridge, UK. We're now in the final months of development on
it's coming out in
Saga
summer.
Hellblade 2. and the team is working hard to bring you an unforgettable journey into Senua's unique world and her battle for survival.
It's also going to be on Game Pass day one, I think.
High fidelity and immersive presentation with a shorter, narrative-led experience that focuses on the things that we really care about.
Before he goes deeper in it, even though it's going to be available on Game Pass, very highly likely I'm just going to buy it either way, because this studio, the first Senua Sacrifice was fucking phenomenal. I do not want to downplay that. One of the best, like, it was pretty much one of the first AA games instead of a AAA game. It had a budget of a AA and the size of a AA studio. It's that sweet spot that companies should and want to be. AAA developers should probably be in the same situation that they were in, where the teams should be smaller, the budget should be smaller, but they should have the ability to make a phenomenal game. And what like Ninja Theory did was outright awesome. Same thing with the Baldur's Gate guys. Their team was definitely bigger than Ninja Theory, but they pulled the impossible with Baldur's Gate to where it put pressure in the AAA market to where, hey, our games for some reason aren't as good as theirs. What are we doing wrong? And I'm really hoping that there are more indie developers slowly moving into that AA developer market. So we'll see.
And that we hope you care about too.
You see how strong you are. Do you see how the pitiless world stamps you down?
Senua is back with a new quest.
There's the actress.
She wants to stop the Vikings who raided her village right at their source in Iceland. But not just her quest has changed. Senua herself has grown since the first Hellblade. She's made peace with her past and is no longer in such fear of her visions and voices. While the Furies are still her constant companions, she encounters new people along the way, some of which will value her unique perspective, and others who will reject it.
Little by little, this settlement became my tribe.
In the game, Senua arrives in 10th century Iceland on the trail of the Vikings who have been enslaving her people. In the story, we're trying to be as faithful to history as we can up to a point, establishing a solid framework and then building more surreal elements on top. Senua will face up to giants who have plunged the land into chaos, and which in turn has seen the rise of the Droiga, a violent threat that has swept through the settlements that she'll discover. Senua will make new enemies and also new allies who will come to see her unique perspective as a beacon of hope. And she'll discover, along with us, how this viewpoint can have its advantages.
The game's looking fantastic.
Senua is a Celtic warrior who experiences psychosis, seeing things that other people don't, hearing voices, and having unique beliefs about the world around her. To bring Senua's perspective of the world to life in a truthful way, we have once again worked closely with Professor Paul Fletcher at the University of Cambridge, as well as people with lived experience of psychosis.
What does that mean? What does that mean? It's terrifying.
Players will find themselves traversing beautiful and hostile environments, seeking answers from patterns and signs that Senua sees in her own unique way, and battling through encounters with enemies that will push Senua to her limits.
On Saga, we've taken everything to the next level. With a new motion capture space, a bigger stage team, a stunt crew, and a new cast.
We spent a
slightly
lot of time
bigger budget
planning the motion capture shoots, thinking of what events would be good to bring into this fight. Like, how can we make this fight feel different from the previous fight? We have all new combat for the sequel.
Okay.
One of our key goals was the ability to actually tell a story throughout it. It does feel very different from the first game, but it's very brutal and you're very invested in it. Senua isn't a superhero. She's fighting for survival, and we want the player to feel her struggle in every step of her journey. We want the player to always feel like they just scraped through, just survived it.
That's how it felt. This is the first time playing.
Senua better than anyone, better than I do. Her instincts are amazing, and she really doesn't need much help from me. On stage, our main focus is storytelling. So I get to watch the actors and see all the beautiful expressions on their faces. And then I have to wait a little while, and then I get to see that all again, in-game, in costume, on location, everything. It's a great experience, a great process.
Every discipline in the studio is unified in achieving a deep level of immersion to help suspend your disbelief and pull you into Senua's story. We were lucky enough to do a few reference gathering trips in Iceland. You have to be there. The sense of scale, everything is incredible.
Looks like Iceland.
And you see a scene or you see a small section of the game and you're like, yeah, that works, that's amazing.
Senua experiences reality differently, and a part of this manifests in the voices she hears.
She will collapse. She will collapse.
These voices come to life through binaural audio, which provides a good representation of this type of auditory hallucinations. As we focus in immersion, binaural audio is perfect for this because through headphones, you surround yourself in a three-dimensional space. In the first game, we only applied to the voices that Senua listens in her head. In this game, through spatial audio technology and some extra little things within the game, there is music that is binaural. Every single sound has the potential to be binaural, so everything is spatialized around you, and it's a very beautiful experience.
What will they do to her? What will we do to us?
Music is a strange language in the sense that it speaks to our emotions fast and deep. It's not only about quality, it's about personality. So when you
pause for a second because I have my mic muted. What I was saying when my mic was muted is that if you do play the first game for the first time, definitely play it with headphones on. Like, have your best headphones on hand and just play through the whole entire game with headphones on. And most likely, with the second game, it's going to be no different. It's going to be a must to play with your headphones on. So that's all I wanted to say.
You listen to Hellblade, you know it's Hellblade. On the music, we are working with Heilung, which for me is a personal privilege because I really admire them. We feel their craft, their depth, their meaning in the music. It really connects with our game and elevates it to something really special.
That was during the Game Awards.
Heavy metal singer, throat singers, and our very own Furies. They sing so beautiful, and we add that binaural touch of music. So this all creates a very immersive and a very special and unique experience.
Our mission here at Ninja Theory is to craft life-changing art with game-changing tech. And that's our aim in Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, is to not only see where Senua goes next, but to deliver something really meaningful for our players.
My hope is that they will really connect to Senua as a character, and even if they can't really relate to what she's going through, maybe they know someone that relates to that character and they can then understand that person better.
Well, I don't want to sound cheesy, but in a way I'm Senua, right? She exists and doesn't. It exists through all of our work, through every ninja. So we all are Senua, and we are creating this character that grows and grows and grows and grows and keep growing and keep changing. So that makes it real.
I'm so proud of the love, care and passion our team here at Ninja Theory are putting into Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. Our hope is to not only create a game that is great to play, but to craft an experience that leaves you thinking and feeling. From our combat gameplay through to our action set pieces, from our cinematic scenes to our puzzle solving, everything is crafted in service of Senua's journey, a journey that you can embark on May 21st.
Yes. So, oh yeah, it's in May actually. Not summer, but getting close there. Yep, it's like beginning of summer practically. So excited.
Let me tell you what you are missing.
Oh yeah, this is the Indiana Jones.
Jones. While
the
you
Great
were playing your pointless game, I was playing you. You're wondering if maybe you should have built yourself a life of meaning instead of ending up here.
Fucking Nazis.
And forgotten in the sense of Africa.
By the way, developers of Wolfenstein, fucking gonna be awesome. Once again, we get to destroy some Nazi scum.
History. Just different ways to interpret the past. Thousands of years of humanity's thoughts and beliefs.
No, it's not Harrison Ford, I think. I don't think they got Harrison Ford to voice him.
To be found.
Like a Harrison Ford sound alike.
You can't just run away from your problems, Indiana.
Watch me.
Sounds pretty close, though. It'd be weird if it is Harrison Ford, though. It's like, oh, it kind of sounds like him, but now. Ew.
Mankind has built sites of great spiritual significance. If you were to draw a line through these ancient sites around the globe, you get a perfectly aligned circle.
Oh, so the swinging's third person, but then you have like most of your actions are first person.
I've had run-ins with these guys before. Trust me, it ain't a walk in the park.
Okay, then. Let's see if you can keep up.
What do you mean if I could keep up?
Oh, bullshit. That's such an Indiana Jones thing to do, though.
Of the fallen angels. Protector of the Chukulimani. The Great Circle.
Dude.
You have any idea how old that was?
2024, huh? And it's gonna be on Game Pass. What the fuck?
Play
Okay.
it day one with Game Pass.
Well then. So this is the Toho Empire. Toho Empires. I'm gonna see how many more games. Oh, okay, we got 5 more trailers after this, and we're almost done. Online versus. Yeah. Excited about the Indiana Jones game, though. It's being made by one of my favorite developers.
Of Olympus. The zenith of our civilization.
Outpost Infinity Siege.
Yet once our greatest accomplishment became the herald of our demise. The AI seal, along with his unstoppable army, shattered our pride.
The armor's moving with the body itself. It looks a little strange.
Despair had fallen upon us.
It doesn't look like it's made by
the hands of our very
with metal
creations. As humanity's last bastion of hope, we took refuge inside Earth's subterranean shelter. Armed with 10 outposts, we sought out the pieces of our shattered civilization.
Imagine you're this guy on foot fighting a mech. Huh. It's like a drop base.
We shall repel the darkness.
What the fuck do you do with that?
That's rekindle the light of hope.
Well, that thing's gone. Oh, never mind. Anti-missile defense. Oh, is it kind of like a base defending game? Interesting. Oh, that's kind of a cool, unique idea. So it's like a base defender, but you can go into first-person mode and directly intervene with things. Kind of giving me some StarCraft vibes. A little bit. The Zerglings, they're attacking. That walking siege though is like, what the fuck do you do with that? It's chaotic as fuck though. Booty. Boobas.
We are the Earth United.
That's some underboob.
And with
What
us,
the fuck?
hope lives.
Okay. Getting a little bit of some fan service in the game too. Never hurts. That's a strange and interesting game. Could be okay. Could be good. Who knows? Depends. I'll wait until the reviews. So this is
you hold the fate of a world.
Zoria, Age of Shattering.
The edge of darkness in your hands. Face down terrifying beasts with unflinching courage. Remember, in these dark times, your bravery is the spark of hope. Keep your eyes wide open. Zoria is a land where danger prowls around every corner, and enemies never rest.
A little bit of turn-based and all that. Is it kind of like a CRPG?
He's always ready. Your duty is to unearth the mysteries of civilizations long forgotten, to unlock the secrets of their ancient technology.
So Sanofi, sci-fi and fantasy.
Bear in mind, your choices carve out the future. Strategy, management, careful preparation. These are your tools for survival in the world of Zoria, Age of Shattering.
There you go. Arena Breakout. All right, let's see. What's our last trailer? All right, so what's our last trailer? After two more after this.
Dropped, I knew the war had started.
The war never changes.
Got a job for you. Pack your bags.
Yeah.
It was a beacon of culture in that little country. Not just employee outposts. Late night TV, cartoons, news, and rumors.
The Civil War wraps up and somebody marches in, takes over the TV station. Somebody who represents the committee.
Some say it's a secret prison, others a bomb shelter. But I think there's something else down there.
Chemicals of death and destruction.
The committee coming in was just a psyop. Kimona's civil war never ended.
That little band of black gold hooligans.
TMCs.
They took a lot of my men out in the attack.
Now it's hard fighting. Head to head, brute force. The TV station is total chaos and Bresk controls the second floor.
I need someone to do a little digging. Investigate what's going on and tell me everything you can.
Graphically, the game looks a little dated.
It isn't easy making a living in the dark zone. You make some coin, but at what cost?
It's an extraction shooter.
Have strong friends.
Get
Definitely PvP.
Find them and take them out.
Hey, I'm telling you, there's something under there. Let's know what
I'm gonna find out what it is.
Enter the vote. I have a feeling it's like kind of a PvP extraction shooter, maybe.
No regrets, huh?
Tactical team confrontation. Oh, it's a mobile game. That's why it looks dated as fuck. Alright, it's a mobile game. This game is called Fling to the Finish. It's one of these games. It's a co-op and it's a versus game. La, la, la. So it has online and local co-op. 17 courses, 6 modes. La, 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 la. Looks cute and frustrating at the same time. Yeah. Sounds about right. Dalek Entertainment, didn't that company shut down? No, I'm thinking of another company. Was it Dalek? Maybe their development company shut down, but I think their publishing company still works. Another code, Recollection. This is the last one.
Like you. He's the one who told me to come to this island. So where is he?
Most of the family died. One right after the next.
Please trust that he had his reasons.
I remember it all.
All right. So that was all of the trailers that came out this week. Yes. That's a lot of fucking trailers. It's a lot of trailers, man. Oh, boy. So, out of all the trailers that were shown, I have a lot of them actually on my list, surprisingly enough. So, the first game that kind of caught my eye was Last Time I Saw You. It was the cute ghost Japanese related game. That one looks, pretty unique. It looks like it's going to have some interesting, like, story developments within that game. So I'm going to probably keep an eye on that one. I like the art style and everything like that, but I do wonder, I'm more interested in, what the story is going to be about. So that's on there. So the next game that was on the list was Ultras. It was the, DMT art style Metrovania kind of game. That game looks trippy as fuck, but it looks like it's unique just enough for me to like want to play it. So that's gonna be one of those games that is like, if the art style alone doesn't sell that game, especially for those Metrovania type of fans, I don't know what's gonna sell it. So we'll see. The next game that I have on the list that kind of caught my eye for this week is Kusan, City of Wolves. This is what I deemed the Fable Hotline Miami game. So it's not a furry game or anything like that. The only way you're going to make anything a furry related subject is if you put sexuality into it, and only sexuality into it. Usually when a game comes to stories that have talking animals and everything, it's going to be most likely it's a fairy tale that has talking animals in it. That's what a fable is. It's pretty much the pure definition of what a fable is, and Kusan seems to be that, but it's going to have that gameplay of Hotline Miami. So Tucson looks like a Fable Hotline Miami. So I love Hotline Miami. I need to redo my first playthrough of the first game, and I also need to play the second game for the first time. So eventually, once I'm done with the current list, I'll be doing that. Hey, Zombie, what up? We just finished, we're slowly wrapping up this week in trailers. I'm just kind of going through the games that the trailers have been shown this week. The next game after that caught my eye and has kind of been on my list is Frostpunk 2. That game looks like anxiety times 10. Stress, anxiety, and just pure regret every decision you make. And I'm down for it. So, if you like the first Frostpunk, you're most likely going to like this one. It looks like it's straight up, they're just going to double down on what they did with the first game. The next one is Last of Us Part 2 Remastered. I know there's a lot of people that hated Part 2 of The Last of Us, but I was one of those, the minorities that actually completely loved the second one. And I'm down for upgrading it. Since I own the original, I don't have to pay the full price. I can just upgrade it for $10, which I'm down for it. The new mode that they have, I think it was like point of no return or no return, whatever the roguelike mode they have on it seems to be worth its $10 alone, because that's just going to be endless. That's going to be endless gameplay just for Part 2 alone. So hey, a mode that gives you endless replayability for Last of Us Part 2, sign me the fuck up. I'm ready for that. That, and they, not just overall improvements of the whole entire game itself, but I'm a sucker for photo mode, and they improved photo mode. They put a numerous amount of improvements for that. So yeah, I'm probably gonna spend the $10 just for that. Next on the list is Stalker 2. It finally got a release date. For those who don't know, Stalker 2 got its release date for September 5th. I really hope they keep that date. I really hope they're very comfortable and they're very confident of that, because that pretty much leads me to believe that if anything, if there's any game that I want, any series I want to finish, is the Metro series. So Metro Exodus is the last game that is gonna kind of slowly get me back into that mode of kind of like what Chernobyl is. Well, the original Stalker that pretty much started all of that to begin with. I do own the first Stalker. I would really love to play the first Stalker again and actually do a full playthrough of that game one day before Stalker 2, but due to the fact of my condition of my PC and due to the fact it's like 8+ years old now, it's if I try and like record and do a playthrough of that, I don't think my PC can handle it. It'll probably die mid playthrough, and I don't want that. But yeah, I'm excited for Stalker 2. I'll be looking out for that hopefully in September, early September. Next game on the list that caught my eye during this week in trailers was Helldivers 2. That game is looking more and more fun as I see more and more of it. The only thing that will probably be holding me back from playing it is I need people to play it. Just the same thing with the first one. I played it with Laura. I enjoyed it. I didn't get to play the majority of the game because it's fucking hard, and Laura and I at least needed another teammate or two, so we were kind of restricted in pushing forward. So and it feels like Helldivers 2 is going to be the same way, even though it's a third-person shooter instead of like our isometric shooter, the twin-stick shooter format they had with the first game. Helldivers 2 looks like they're going to evolve the series into a third-person shooter, but four-player, I think maximum four-player cooperative shooter. I thought it was going to be 5, but from the trailer, they always showed like 4 or so. So, either way, it looks fantastic. A lot of people are excited about it. Let's hope when it comes out, it's a beautiful and amazing experience. But yeah, unless I have like other people to play with, I'm probably sadly not going to play it. Sadly, it's going to be one of those games where I was like, damn it, I want to play it, but I just don't have people to play it with. Next on the list is a very interesting horror game. It's called Zoocosis. It's the horror zoo game. It's kind of like you're a zookeeper overnight, and something's fucked up with the animals. And apparently, it kind of has that resemblance of almost that setup like Five Nights at Freddy's, but it doesn't have the gameplay of Five Nights at Freddy's. It just kind of has that like story setup where, I have this job where I'm a zookeeper at night, and then it turns into a fucking horrifying experience. So I'm kind of down for that. Seeing a giraffe turn into this spider-like monster is fucking unrelenting to the brain. I was like, what the shit did I just see there? And of course, a kangaroo that instead of a pouch, near the stomach, it's another mouth. So it's like, okay, I hate it. So I'm down with that. I'll be looking forward to that. It looks like it's going to be PC only, so I'll have to wait on that one and see how the reviews do. The other game that was after that was Tekken 8. I'm already sold on Tekken 8, but I've pretty much told myself that I'm not going to buy Tekken 8, mainly because due to me being on Twitch, I also do art and all kinds of other stuff. I already have very little time to play games outside of the stream, unless for some unknown reason I turn this stream into a Tekken 8 only stream, at least for certain days or a certain amount of time per day, in order to invest my time to get better and better and better every day playing Tekken 8. I'm probably have no reason to buy Tekken 8 unless I want to spend a majority of my time, or not majority of the time, but a good amount of my time every week, every day, getting better at Tekken 8 to enjoy Tekken 8 online and, of course, with you guys. So I've pretty much told myself, even though if there's any fighting game I would invest my money and time with, that would be Tekken 8, I just don't have the time. I do have the money now set aside to buy Tekken 8. I just, if you're going to buy a game like that and enjoy it thoroughly and fully to, where it's worth its money and everything too, you better have the time to. So, I've pretty much laid down the rule of law for myself to don't do it. I tried to do it with Street Fighter V. I could never find the time to get better at it. Same thing with Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I can never find the time to get better and better at it. I played a little bit of it at least on stream and everything, but could just never find the time to play offline. So I think it's more my fault than anything, because I just don't give myself the time. Because all you really need time is like an hour or two a day to get better at those games. And I don't know, maybe I should force myself to, maybe do it. So I don't know, unless I change my schedule up for the better in the future, I may or may not buy Tekken 8. So that's my only conflict with that, is that's time. Do I have the time to get better? I would love to get back into the fighting game community, but I'm just not in a position to do so right now anyway. Maybe one day. Tekken 8 might be that day. It won't come out until the 28th, so I got a little bit of time to think about it. Next game that came, that showed up afterwards was Garden Life, a cozy simulator. It's another simulator game, but without being pressed for time and all that. It's a green thumb game. You're tending a garden. You're growing a garden from nothing to a beautiful landscape of flowers and plants and stuff like that. And it's in the title. Life, it's a garden life, a cozy simulator. Sold. And there's not a lot of simulator games where you get to practice your green thumb. So I'm down for that. And I might share Lara that game too, because she likes the garden. I mean, she already set up a little gardening, little adventure outside for next year. Like, she planted some bushes, and eventually once the ground thaws and it's no longer winter because we already got some fresh snow, once that's done, she already does some real life gardening. Usually can translates really well into video games, so she might have some interest in that. So she'll probably want to play that. Who knows? Depends on if she likes what she sees. All right, the second last game on the list that caught my eye was, of course, Hellblade 2, the Senua Saga. And yeah, if you guys don't already know my opinions about Hellblade, then you don't watch the stream enough. No, I fucking love Hellblade. The first game was a phenomenal masterpiece in my mind. It was the golden rule for a AA game. AA experience, budget, and quality. And that's why I'm kind of hoping the second game is to that standard, if not better. But I have a feeling, I don't know, depending on the budget, it might not be considered a AA game anymore. I don't know if they're going to be considering it a AA game anymore. It all comes down to budget. So if it's not sitting in that sweet spot between indie and AAA developer status, it's most likely going to be a AAA game. But as long as they don't have that frivolous spending like some of those other AAA developer, publishing companies and all that, where they kind of waste too much money, have too big of a team. Hopefully they didn't make their team a little too big to where it hurts the game. But I don't have any reserve thoughts and all that when it comes to Hellblade 2, so I'm still sitting very comfortable in my opinions on Hellblade 2, where it's probably, due to the fact it's going to be on Game Pass and all that, like, even after I play it on Game Pass and I do my full playthrough on it, I'm most likely going to buy the game either way to support the game and, to fully, own it too. So there's that. So I'm excited for it. I got no bad thoughts on that. Last but not least is the big trailer that came out this week. It is the Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. I've already heard some opinions about people bitching that it's a first-person game and everything. It's gonna hurt the game due to the fact that most of the gameplay is gonna be third-person. Which in the trailer I saw, like, the swinging mechanics and all that seems to be in third-person view. So it's gonna be switching between third-person and first-person. All the cutscenes seem to be in third person, so they're going to have the cinematic cutscenes as well. It's not going to do the whole Cyberpunk 2077 where you're playing as Indiana Jones, but you never see your face. So, yeah, it doesn't seem like it's going to be doing that. The only time you're not going to see Indy's face is going to be, when you're punching Nazis in the face and shooting them and whipping them and pushing them off cliffs and traps and shit like that. The thing that sold me for this game, though, it is being developed by the Wolfenstein dudes. And if there's anyone that knows how to dispose of Nazis better, it's fucking Machine Games. So, yeah, I think it's in good fucking hands. It's the same thing when it comes to Wolverine and that game being developed by Insomniac, the guys that make the Spider-Man games. I think they're in good hands too. Same thing with the Indiana Jones game. It's going to probably surprise a lot of people, but a lot of people are already turned off because it's a fucking first-person game. It's like, well, who can do a first-person game better than Machine Games? There's not a lot of people out there. id Software and all that, but they're pretty much part of id. I mean, they worked on Wolfenstein. So, yeah, it's not going to be as violent as Wolfenstein, but it's going to hit that sweet spot to where they know how to make a good first-person game. So, and it looks like they're kind of treating the IP very respectfully. So, not going to be, Crystal Skull's experience. It looks like it's going to be more of an experience like the first 3 films. So, I'm excited for it. With that said, though, that was this week in trailers. Hopefully, there are some games that caught your eye. If you guys missed it, it'll be on YouTube, all that other stuff. It'll be uploaded today after the stream. So, I'll see you guys in the next This Week in Trailers.